everybody. My name's Dan Kendig, also known as Mr. Kendig or Coach or whatever you want to call me. And I worked at Franklin for 27 years with Joan part of that time, and Joan adopted me as her son many years ago, and so I guess that's why I'm here. I'd like to start, the family gave me something to read for welcoming, but before we do that, if it's okay with you, I'd like to read some scripture.
Barely.
This comes from the 19th chapter of St. John's Gospel, and it's at the foot of the cross. And now there stood by the cross of Jesus his mother, and his mother's sister, and Mary Magdalene. And Jesus therefore had seen his mother and disciples standing with whom he loved. He saith to his mother, Woman, behold thy son. I picked this passage because Joan was all about adoption. She had her own family. She raised 3 beautiful sons and lots of grandkids. But she also was very fond of adoption. Her and Barbara were down at that end of the building adopting hundreds of kids who were broken and needed desperately to be put back together again. And it was a tough job. Teresa and I worked for them for years. We taught them the subjects, but Joan taught them how to live. And sometimes it meant a sandwich or a couple of bucks for lunch. Sometimes it meant the back of her hand. And a lot of times it just meant a hug, you know? And that's what I'll remember Joan most about it, because she adopted me. It just wasn't the students, it was me as well. And she called me last spring, right after the birth of Josie, our youngest daughter over there. Anybody knows about me, they know that I do things in reverse order, so I got retired and then started a family, so it's ridiculous, I know, but I love every second of it. She called me and she said, the first thing out of her mouth, is there anything I can do for you? Joyce and I are coming out in a month and we're going to bring some stuff. I just stopped and said, no, Joan, we're fine. What can I do for you? She never asked for anything for herself, ever. It was always, what can I do for you? Every person in this yard right here knows that's true. Okay? So anyway, I'd just like to read what they gave me to read, and then I'm going to give it over to the other folks. Thank you for all coming to help the Weber family celebrate the life and love of Joan Weber. Joan touched so many of our hearts, lives, and stomachs. She knew the direction to our heart. Joan loved her family more than anything in the world. Joan and Bob had 3 sons, Mark, Steve, and Bill. Yes, 3 boys. Then she added 6 grandkids, Colin, Katie, Nikki, Hannah, Abigail, and Sarah. What a difference, 1 boy and 5 girls. Joan wished Bob could have spoiled all the girls along with her. He was taken away from us far too soon. Last but not least, 2 great-grandchildren, Brandon and Isabel. Nothing pleased her more than spending time with her children. Joan always went the extra mile to make you feel good with a special feast in your honor. If you were one of the lucky ones, you received a beautiful card for your birthday, a surprise package in the mail, snacks for your trip, special dessert for your celebration, or fabulous dinner at a holiday. She will always be remembered for being very generous and a fabulous gift. I'll have to say that that's absolutely true. She did tremendous amounts of things for me without even knowing it. And I'll just end by saying one of the neatest, most touching things she ever said to me was, you know, I don't see you very often, but I think about you all the time. She was so amazing. She thought about all of us all the time. What an amazing amount of capacity one person could have to love so many people so hard. So I think it's fitting that we're all here in the garden that she loves so much. And I hope you guys enjoy the day, and we're all going to miss our friend Joan very much. Thank you.